Hey everyone, on today's video we are making a vegetarian pasta bake. So if you're interested to see how I made this, keep on watching and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, instead of using butter, I decided to use olive oil for my white sauce, as well as a little bit of garlic flavored olive oil. You can use canola oil or whatever vegetable oil you would like instead of butter if you don't want to use butter. I also added a bit of chili flakes. My mom had masala chili flakes in the freezer, so I decided to use that just for an added kick. Now I'm just adding a bit of flour and making a basic white sauce. Now I'm just going to add a bit of crushed garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you want to. I just had dried garlic, crushed garlic at hand. And we will be adding a bit of milk. I eyeballed this to about 500 ml of milk. I have made this with almond milk before. Sorry, I'm making so many mistakes today. But I have made this with almond milk before and it's amazing. However, I did not have almond milk at home, and coconut milk just doesn't work. So I'm just giving this a stir, making sure there's no clumps, and as you can see, my heat source is off, so either remove your pot from the heat or switch off your stove. Once you have thrown in all your milk and you're happy with the amount of milk, you can switch on your heat source again and stir continuously until it's nice and creamy, and just keep on stirring. You can use a whisk as well if you want to. I usually use a whisk if I do this, however I didn't need to today. Now I'm just seasoning it, and this is why you use a teaspoon when you season, because to prevent stuff like that from happening. But anyway, with salt and pepper and a bit of dried herbs. You can use fresh herbs, you can use whatever herbs you want, or you can use no herbs if you don't want to use any herbs. Now once everything is thickened, we are going to add our cheese. I unfortunately did not have vegan cheese at home, and I wasn't going to go to the shop to buy, so I'm just using normal mozzarella cheese that my mom had in her freezer. On a side note, this is also a convenience meal because we are using a lot of frozen items. The veggies I'll be using is frozen, so technically it's a convenience meal as well. So we're just giving this a stir, making sure our cheese is all melty in the pot. I don't know where I'm coming up with this. And now we're just adding a half a packet of frozen veg. I added a few whole kernels as well from a can, and we're just adding that. So before I started, I took it out of the freezer and just let it thaw for a bit, and now I'm just adding it to my pot and giving it a nice stir. We are also using one of the greatest inventions ever and a staple in many Indian homes, and that is pre-braised onions that we just store in the freezer for when we need it. And this just adds a bit of an extra layer of flavor and texture to our pasta dish as well. So we are going to put half of our pasta bake into the dish, and then just a layer of fried onions as well. Now, pre-fried onions are also really convenient to use. My aunt usually just makes a large batch of this and gives it to whoever uses it in their cooking. And if you are not in the mood to wait for your onions to turn golden brown, or you're in a rush, having a batch of pre-fried onions in your freezer is a lifesaver. So if you are bored one Sunday afternoon, why not just braise some onions to keep in the freezer? You can braise it or you can deep fry it. It depends on you entirely, but that's basically the purpose of pre-fried onions. Now we're just adding a layer of cheese to the top as well. I think I will try vegan cheese one day. I've seen it in the shops and it's similarly priced, is that even a word, to normal cheese. However, I don't know, I'm still scared to try it, but hopefully I will one day. And now I'm just putting, see, I learned my lesson from the black pepper as well. I threw it in my hand first. Now I'm just topping it off with some Parmesan as well, or any hard cheese, just to make a really nice crust as well. So that's going to go into the oven until the top is nice and browned and looking like that. And that's basically my veggie bake. Let me know if you tried, let me know how it goes, and let me know if you make any changes. Thanks for watching.